And when you finally get to that point, when you master yourself and you finally get yourself in that position where you know exactly why you're doing something, when you're going to do it, how you're going to do it, and defeat ain't even part of the equation. Like, you know that you're going to be successful. Once you finally reach that peak performance level, you're dialed in. There's nothing taking you out of that. No one can convince you that you aren't exactly where you're supposed to be at.
When it comes to legalized bank robbing, I'm the best.
I'm going long in this breaker here. I'll take that. Going long in the order block. Make sure to take a partial here. It's almost like it's random. Stop above the balanced price range. That's a breakaway gap. This fair value gap should stay open. It's a breakaway gap. This is a breakaway gap, but this fair value gap here will take us higher. And thank you very much. Just like clockwork.
Good morning. Let's go. Alexa, stop. How's everybody doing this morning? Let's go. Let's go. That will be the last time the YouTube public sees that intro. I think, maybe. I'm working on a new one. It's in the drafts cooking. Take the shackles off my feet so I can dance. I just wanna praise you. I just wanna praise you. Good morning. Let's go. The next one's gonna be 10 times better, trust. Good morning. Who we got in here? Deborah, Pinocchio, Mahad, Sparhawk, XMT, Patrick, Agent, Yoro, who else? Jeremy, Alex, Butch, Dirty Trading, Rainer, Yannick, Hunter, Chance, Tim, Santiago, Alex. Let's go. CPI week. We have a no news Monday today. I'm feeling a lot better. I just got like a little bit of a cough, but the chills are gone. The cold sweats are gone. The stuffy nose, can't breathe out my nose, is gone. Now it's just a little bit of a cough. Hopefully that goes away by tomorrow. And we're all good. If you hear myself, or if I mute myself in the stream, I'm probably coughing or sneezing. But I don't want all of that in the footage, so no, there's nothing wrong with your audio if there's no sound. It's just I'm muted for a couple of seconds. Let's go. Snotty McGee is crazy. What's up, Mike? What time we got? 8:36. We'll start at 8:40. 8:40, let everybody get in here first. You can see I have sell side marked. Looking at that as a short-term draw for pre-market. Just ran out buy side, cleaned out, equal highs. Take the shackles off my feet so I can dance. Relative equal highs, right there. I just wanna praise you. I just wanna praise you. So we start about 3 minutes. I'm just gonna sit tight for a second. Nah, I'm feeling better. Hunter. Feeling real good. The devil is a lie. I can tell you that. Jesus always gonna win. All I have to do is play some gospel music, praise Jesus in the apartment. All of a sudden, I start feeling better. Ain't that crazy how it worked? Won't he do it? The devil is a lie. They tried to put me on a little losing streak to end the year, hoping to get my spirits down. It ain't happening. I'm still grateful, still blessed, still feeling good, heads held high, feeling amazing. Devil saw that wasn't working. They said, well, let's give Tremaine a little sickness, keep him down for about 2 weeks. Hopefully that brings his spirits down. It ain't working. I'm still here, still feeling good. Let's go. Can't lose. Can't lose. He tried it though. Back and better, baby. 2025 is gonna be a great year. I'm so excited. Let's go. Man, God is so good. I'm feeling good. I give the enemy props though. He tried everything he could. It just won't ever be enough when you got God on your side. And by God, I mean Jesus. He tried it though. He tried it. He got to keep trying though. Try harder. All right, it's 8:40. Just by looking at the 15-minute chart, I can already tell the 1 minute isn't doing anything noteworthy. But regardless, hopefully we have some clean price action, so this live stream doesn't just turn into a Q&A. Hopefully, I actually have something to talk about in the chart. So 15-minute chart. Okay, again, we clear out relative equal highs. I'm not going to mess with the daily chart and the new week opening gaps and whatnot. For right now, to the opening bell, I'd like to just work with a 15-minute. Where's our buy side? Where's our sell side? Where's the nearest draw? So right now, I'm looking at relative equal lows here. And if we drop down, let's clear this off. Let's change this. Put that over there. And we can go ahead and take that off. We know the business done over there. And 5-minute chart. Looking ugly here, but I still favor the sell side. And we never traded this large imbalance here on the on the 5-minute chart. We just fell short of that. That's also a draw for me. So that is your 5-minute buy side imbalance, sell side inefficiency high. All right, let's go down to a 1-minute chart. It's looking absolutely disgusting, but the day is still young. We're going to be here for a while. But this is absolutely, this looks like some kind of mountain, like the snowy mountains or something. This something you should put on a postcard. I don't know. That's pretty nasty. Still early though. We don't have any news today. Let me double check that. Monday, yeah. We don't have any news. Tomorrow, we don't have any news. Our first main news driver for the week is CPI on Wednesday. And then we have PPI the day after that on Thursday. So, pretty quiet week, which is expected. We're winding down the year. Christmas is around the corner. New Year's is around the corner and whatnot. So, starting to wind down the trading year, which is why this trading week is my last trading week. So that's exciting. I'm looking to go out on a high note and get the train rolling. Take the shackles off my feet so I can dance. I just want to praise you. I just want to praise you. This is real nasty in here. I think I'm going to focus more on the chat room for now until NASDAQ does something meaningful. But we do have one of my favorite macros coming up, which is the pre-market macro, 850 to 910. That usually gives a nice pre-market setup, but judging by what we've done so far, okay, it's not really doing anything of interest to me right now. It's just, I mean, anybody can see that. But these lows down here are just way too smooth. Same thing with these highs up here. So I wouldn't mind seeing NASDAQ stab up, clearing out the buy side. Perhaps even this buy side, that's way too smooth. And then look to make a run for these equal lows here, but definitely don't want to see these stay intact. let me see. I'm actually gonna mark because this is just way too obvious. So we'll do that. What time does this start? Oh, we're already starting. We started. Let's go. I'm looking at the chat. Let me scroll up. When is it good to trade again? December has been brutal. Well, this is my last trading week, and I'm picking back up. Picking back up January 6th, because that's when the private mentorship starts. And I have some lectures and some videos and whatnot. That's going to be pushed out January 6th to that group. So January 6th, that's when I'll start trading again. Let's see. South Africa, Modimo, Onalarena. Have you ever traded props? Yes, I've been with props. I'm all personal funds now. In my opinion, nobody should be full-time only trading prop firms. It's not reliable. Taking sell side for opening down, nice opening range gap play. Tape reaves, nah. So my last trading day is this Friday, but I'm still gonna be tape reading every day in the Discord, obviously. I'm just not trading my live funds or trading period for those 3 weeks, December 13th to January 6th. I won't be pressing buttons during that period. But in the Discord, we'll still be tape reading, and then we'll have 2 webinars a week, one on Wednesday and one on Sunday. What's up, Tanisha? I'm doing good. Feeling a lot better. A lot better. A lot better. Thank you for asking. I just want to praise you. Make sure to like the live stream. If you haven't already, share it with the trading buddies. This is, let me see. I think we have one more tape reading stream public on YouTube before 2025. Maybe 1 or 2 more. How many more Mondays we have left in the month? 2? 2? 3? Let me see. Monday. We have 3 more Mondays left in the month, so 3 more public streams left in the year. It'll be much appreciated if you like the live, share it, and we're gonna have a little bit of fun. So NASDAQ has just cleared out the relative equal highs. I'm watching to see if we have a willingness to trade to this buy side here. If we don't, that's even better because I don't want to leave this sell side intact for too long. I want to see us start working towards that. And this is me trying to work in such a tight range. I mean, it's just been going sideways all morning. I just wanna praise you. I just wanna. I'm watching to see if NASDAQ can get beneath this down close candle. I want to see us start working towards the sell side. So what would normally be used as a bullish order block, I want to see if we can get beneath that. Treat it as resistance, use it as a potential bearish breaker. Because this has my focus right now. This is just way too smooth. Please stop singing. Are you telling me to stop singing about the Lord just because of that? Alexa, play Shackles.
Shackles, Praise You by Mary Mary.
I know he
from
didn't.
Apple Music.
Tell me to stop singing about the Lord. YouTube could keep the revenue. I don't care about the copyright. I'm finna stand up, start dancing. You tripping? Hey. I'm gonna praise you. I'm gonna praise you. Alexa, stop. Oh man, stop playing with me. I'm feeling good today. Let's go. Come on, man. I'm gonna praise him. Stop playing with me. All right. So clearing out the buy side. This is the reaction that I liked. I'm watching this down close candle, treating that as a breaker. I want to see if that could take it. See how when you start praising Jesus, you get the displacement you want? Won't he do it? I'm just playing. Not really. Watching this down close candle, and then sell side relative equal lows here. See how everything just goes as planned when you just start praising the Lord? No, right when I cut the music on, boom, there's your displacement. Come on now. Oh my goodness. We're in that macro, 850 to 910. I want to see if the market starts spooling and leaving this range, leaving this consolidation. I don't care about the ad revenue. I don't care about the copyright. YouTube can keep it. I don't care. It was worth it. I'm gonna praise you. Broke the pain, now I can feel it. I'm feeling way better, Unicorn Queen. I made a conscious effort over the weekend to really just not leave the house, drink a whole bunch of water. I can't even count how many gallons of water I've had in the past 3 days. Just a whole bunch of water, a lot of sleep, not a lot of moving, just really trying to rest up, save my voice, and feeling really, really good, feeling really better, pretty much like 95%. So feeling great. Feeling great. Watching this bearish order block. So we have a plethora of premium arrays that me personally I like to see take us lower. We have the fair value gap, up close candle, that opening price. I'm watching its mean threshold, and then this down close candle that I want to see be used as a bearish breaker. All of those factors there. Anything to take us lower into the sell side is what I'm watching, and I'm treating that as a premium array. We have a small volume imbalance. Okay, you can't draw your fair value gap like that. Okay, you have a small inefficiency. That's the correct way to draw your fair value gap. Do we close past constant encroachment? Nope. Do we close past the opening price of this up close candle? We wick into it, that's fine. Do we close past mean threshold of this down close candle, which I want to be seeing get used as a breaker? Mean threshold so far can't close past that midpoint. Those are all things that I like to see. And then let's see, 850 to 910. Again, this is one of my favorite macros during the day. Usually provides a nice setup. Real bread and butter every time we come out here on a Monday and do a tapering stream. The 850 to 910 macro usually gives something nice. Take the shackles off my feet so I can dance. Every day above ground is a great day. There's no losing streak that could bring me down. There's no sickness that could bring me down. There's no blown account. There's no nothing. I can't have a good day if the Lord keeps waking me up, because not everybody got that opportunity. So every day is a good day. I just want to praise you. I just want to praise you. Trading back in that fair value gap, this is all a nasty range. I'm just working with the macro and the liquidity that we have sitting on the table right now. But this is, I mean, I wouldn't trade something like this because we're in a mean consolidation, but just using time, that's really all I can base my analysis off of. Sweet lady, would you be mine? That's really my theme song for real. Sweet lover of a lifetime. Only the real ones know. I'll be there. Working the lower half of the fair value gap. Nah, I'll be singing it to her. She get annoyed of it, but I don't care. I stay just walking around the apartment with that stuck in my head. See ya, Rainier. Gotta pick up a Christmas tree. I need to get one too. I usually have my Christmas tree up before Thanksgiving, but I've been a little sick. But I need to get that going. But be blessed. Happy holidays. I'll see you in the next one. Nah, ain't nobody singing to Miss Parker. Nah, we not singing to Miss Parker. I just wanna praise you. Broke my hand, I can't feel my hand. Don't think I didn't see you, buddy. I saw you. I saw you. I saw you. Uh-huh. You thought you was gonna get away with it, huh? Yeah. Yep. I see you in there. Uh-huh. Where is it at? Y'all not doing too good, man. It's unfortunate. Mm-mm-mm. I just wanna praise you. Not the Michael Myers. For the bust out the Michael Myers, Tim is crazy out here. Halloween been over, but he's still out here killing. So, closing past consequent encroachment of the fair value gap, closing past the opening price of this bearish order block. This is the kind of price action I expect on a no news Monday. That tends to happen, for instance, if the trade is still good, if should the sell side get taken out. A lot of this muddiness where it's wicking outside the fair value gap is closing past consequent encroachment, but still going the direction you like to see it going. Closing past the opening price of an order block, closing past mean threshold of the breaker. All that's just muddy, spending a lot of time and inefficiencies, which ICT teaches is a low probability condition because you don't want to see price spend time in fair value gaps. It should be working the lower half. Okay, we're out of there. All of this here, okay, it's difficult. Taking out highs inside of the fair value gap, deep retracements. No news Monday, which is why I don't trade Mondays, period. Because regardless if the trade still pans out, you may get stopped out, may get stopped out at break even, forced to use a re-entry. It's too much babysitting. I'd rather trade cleaner price action. But nonetheless, we're still in that 850 to 910 macro. I still like the idea of the fair value gap sending us lower. Again, we have sell side that's just like a flashing neon sign. It's just way too clean, way too smooth. Weekly profile prediction, bullish. Trading near all-time highs, bullish. Really simple. The macro is not an indicator. I draw it out. It's a trend line. See you, Tim. Ooh. Don't do drugs, kids. Don't do drugs and don't scam other people. It's eventually going to come to light. They tell me what's done in the dark will find a way to shine. I done did so much that when you see it, you might go blind. Don't sell cocaine. It's the year of exposing. It's a good year. It's a good year. In the dark will always find a way to shine. Oh, Jay-Z. Oh, I'm telling you, it's the year of exposing. Everybody who's doing stuff in the dark getting exposed. I'm trying to tell you. I'm here for it. Good intentions, pure intentions always wins in the end, man. I don't gotta worry about no helicopters flying over my crib. I got nobody in my basement. Ain't no baby oil over here. I got no cocaine sitting around. Yeah, I'm telling you, it's crazy out here. But my phone be blowing up temptations on my line. I stare at the screen a while before I press decline. Baby oil. I said it. I ain't got no baby oil over here. I'm watching this fair value gap. I want to see it be used as inversion, take us into the sell side down here. This fair value gap, small fair value gap here, I prefer for that to stay open. It's fine if we trade into it, but if it's really bearish, if it's really good, I don't want to see that traded to at all. I done did so much that when you see it, you might go blind. Top of the morning. Man, all of Hollywood is the same if you ask me. They all the same. Jay-Z, he ain't the only one. Drake, and I love Drake's music, but he a weirdo too. They all are. I've been hearing stuff about Drake before Kendrick even exposed him. We need another Cat Williams podcast because I feel like he got more to get off his chest. How is your throat? No Diddy. Man, I don't even want to answer that question no more. I'm feeling fine. I'm feeling better. I'm like 95% better. We have about 24 minutes until the opening bell. It's almost like he scripts this stuff. Working the higher than inversion fair value gap, hitting it to perfection. I want to see if we can get speed underneath this low. As we get closer to the sell side, I don't want to see us slowly start trickling down. It needs to be really fast, energetic, large, down close candles. You don't want to give these traders a chance to pull their orders. So if we take out this low, I prefer, okay, if it's really good, I prefer for it to be aggressive, really energetic, and make a quick attempt to get down here. And I like how we left this fair value gap open. I don't want to see that traded too. Yeah, hey, he said it. He said it, not me. I did not say that. Working the inversion fair value gap. The buy side is marked. I'm just showing that buy side got taken. If you're here earlier in the stream, I said I like for buy side to get taken and then see a run for sell side. And it's panning out like clockwork. So I'm watching to see, do we get any sort of speed here? This is why I like the 850 to 910 macro. Okay, is it a little muddy in here? Okay, in the midst of this sideways price action, tight range, you can still see the logic between taking out relative equal highs, fair value gap, market structure shift, bearish. 2 up close candles is a bearish order block, but the last up close candle is the one I was looking at. You have your breaker, high, low, higher high, down close candle is your breaker. Okay, and then you have your classic fair value gap taking you lower. We talked about this inefficiency here. You want to see that stay open if the trade is good. If it's still bearish, you don't want to see that traded to. Instead, we're watching the inversion fair value gap to see if that can send us lower into our juicy sell side quadruple bottom here, working the inversion fair value gap. Last piece of the puzzle that I'm looking for is energetic speed to the downside, clearing all of this out. And that would be a beautiful pre-market macro bread and butter setup delivery. Now, once the opening bell gets here at 9:30, I'm going to clear all of this off my chart. We'll go on the weekly chart, get our new week opening gaps. We'll get our new day opening gaps, and we'll put some more higher time frame levels. But whenever it comes to trading pre-market, I really just look at nearby liquidity, focus on the macros, and then you can normally always pull out a setup like this. It's pretty neat. Man, Asia played with me. Asia was clean. The short setup, I took it on paper, and I was like, man, this setup's really clean. I'm going to log into my broker account and take this on the live account. So I closed the paper account, and I wanted to switch to my TradeStation broker to log in, and then TradeStation was doing maintenance, so I couldn't even take the trade on my live account. I could have logged in on my phone and took it, but by then it was already too late. So it was like, you know, whatever. But it's all good. My bias, I'm looking for sell side. That's my bias, looking for quadruple bottoms. Footprint chart. Heat map. Nah, I'm good. The day you see me start using heat map or footprint chart or Elliott wave or depth of market, if you ever see me start using that, just know there's somebody behind me with a gun in my head, and he forced me to put that on my chart. It is not me. Send help immediately. Send help. Call 911 if you see a book map on my chart. It is not me. I'm being held against my will. Trust. No offense, though. It's not my style. It's not my style personally. I'm watching this up close candle. We're working that opening price. It's a bearish order block. Let me see. Also, volume imbalance in here. This is really nasty, muddy. I mean, none of this is. It's just, ugh. Oh, here we go. Here we go. ICT still using heat map and footprint. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. I don't know about that one, Chief. What made you start trading? I've always liked finance. I've always read finance, I've always loved finance. I was reading stock market books in middle school. It's just always been interesting to me. I didn't know I wanted to do it full time, but it's definitely something that I wanted to dabble in. I just had an interest in it. And eventually, like, just constant pursuit of knowledge, and then I learned about day trading, and then I was like, oh, this is really my personality, because I'm more introverted. I don't like working for other people, so you're telling me I can make as much money as I want for my laptop in the comfort of my own home, and I don't have to talk to anybody, which is ironic because I'm talking to hundreds of people right now. But it was like the perfect match. Like, anybody heard about Casper getting exposed? The dude that exposed him has no life. What does this have to do with trading? Hey, listen, Iman, however you say his name. I'm just finna stay out of it. I'm just finna stay out of it. I did watch the video. It was very entertaining. That's all I'm gonna say on that. So now we left. What's after quadruple? We don't have a quadruple bottom now. We have a 5 bottom. What is that? What's that called? Was it like quintuple or something like that? Quintuple. We have a quintuple bottom. A 5-druple. Take this order block off. Working the version fair value gap some more. This is just too clean. We did hit the rejection block though. The wicks is the smallest piece of price action, but the bodies all staying relatively in the same spot. And let's see, do we tag that? Just fell short. I'm looking at this lowest candles close, but all the bodies we traded beneath that. But I still, because this is just way too clean, I'm still looking for sell side, obviously. Check 5-minute. No need. I already know the 5-minute looks choppy. I'll do it just for you though. Ew. I'm good. When are we getting a vlog? I'm doing a sit down video at the end of the year. So it's not going to be like a vlog like you see on my channel. It's going to be more of like a sit down, talking about how the year went, talking about my experience as my first year going full time. I'm going to be talking about it's going to be a brief story about how I went from working at a grocery store earlier in May, getting fired, to trading full-time, growing a YouTube channel to 10,000 subscribers in less than 7 months, growing the Discord and whatnot. It's gonna be one of those videos. Talk about the things I learned since I've been in full-time, the things I didn't expect, the good, the bad. It's not really a lot of bad, but yeah, one of those. Day in the life of a day trader. I have those. I have 3 vlogs already. The vlogs are fire too. I ain't gonna lie. If you go to my channel, I have a playlist called Vlogs. I think the pinned video on my YouTube channel is the most recent vlog. But I got my friends in there. We went out to a few nightclubs and whatnot. I had a few drinks or whatever. So if you want to see me outside of the charts, and stuff like that. I have like 3 vlogs on my channel. They're pretty cool. What time is it? We have 10 minutes to the open. I'm gonna clear off my charts around 9:25. Once the opening bell, I say this all the time, once the opening bell gets here, I drop my bias. I have more of a neutral approach, and then I like to see what the opening range does between 9:30 and 10 o'clock. And then once I have that information, I like to see where we open. Do we open higher or lower? Do we open at 9:30 significantly higher, significantly lower? Then we'll look at the weekly chart, daily chart, 15-minute, 5-minute, and then we'll be back on the 1 minute, and we'll just walk through price action. What did you go over in the webinar? Yesterday's webinar, I showed the model that I'll be using all 2025. For those in the Discord who haven't watched it, definitely want to go watch it, because everybody always asks, what's your model? What's your model? Can you explain your model? All 2025, I'll be using the model that I've shown in the webinar. It's very specific. It's time specific. It's very, very rule based. The probabilities of it panning out is about 70%. It's very algorithmic. And so if you haven't watched the webinar, it's saved in the archive channel. Go check it out. That will be the model I use all next year. And yeah, and then the second half of the webinar is just me answering a bunch of questions. I was just in the trading view chart, just taking a bunch of questions and clearing up confusion for everybody who tuned in. So it was just my trading model, explaining it, showing examples of it, and then answering a whole bunch of questions so we don't have any confusion going into this trading week. That was about it. Thank you, Mila. I appreciate it. Hopefully you have a great day at work. I appreciate you tuning in even while you're at work. Yes, my voice is a lot better. I really do appreciate it. Hopefully you have a great day. Have a great rest of your shift. I appreciate it. And if ICT reveals a new 2025 model, that has nothing to do with me and my model. ICT could come out with anything. My model is pretty consistent. So it looks like NASDAQ is leaving a quintuple. Is that right? A quintuple bottom. We still left this buy side intact with this imbalance. Drag this over here, here. Inversion fair value gap, using it as resistance here. I like to see it send us lower into the sell side. NASDAQ said, nah, I'm cool. I don't really want that right now. Leaves that in place. That'll definitely be a target. If we don't tag that during the opening range between 9:30 and 10 o'clock, I'll definitely be looking at this as a draw in the morning. Coming off of that, clearing out the buy side. What's up, Solomon? Currently working a 9 to 5 while watching this stream on my short break. That's what's up. That's what's up. I used to do the same thing, listening to ICT Twitter Spaces while I was working at the grocery. This is nasty. I hope we don't get this price action all day. If we can get back beneath this original fair value gap, I want to see that be traded as a reclaimed fair value gap, meaning if we get back beneath it, okay, if we get back beneath it, come back up, I want to see that be used as resistance, and then again, I'll still be looking for the sell side. Working at fair value gap right now. I want to see if we can close beneath it. Next candle open, trade up, use it as resistance. Small little sibby. It's also a balanced price range. This fair value gap and this fair value gap overlapping. At 9:30, we'll look at the higher time frame, and we'll browse through S&P, Dow. We'll take a quick glance at the dollar index. When did you know that it's time to quit your job? I didn't quit my job. I got fired. It was on God's timing, but it was the perfect time. Ever since I got fired, everything's been going well. So I got fired. I said, I guess that's my last day working. And haven't looked back since. There's that balanced price range, sending NASDAQ lower. That's pretty. Still looking for sell side. I'm not going to talk about the reason I got fired. It really wasn't even anything too deep. But it was me and like 2 other people that got fired. Basically, the group chat got leaked. That's all I'm going to say. The group chat got leaked. And the department or whatever didn't think our jokes were too funny. And they fired us one by one. But oh well. It was a blessing in disguise. It is what it is. Beautiful delivery. I like how we closed beneath that fair value gap, and that's kind of open. Don't even have the willingness to trade back up, use it as support to take us lower. It's just been off to the races using that CB, which is, again, also a balanced price range. All right, so it's the opening bell. This is when I resort back to a neutral bias. So let's see. Do that. Sell size on the horizon, and there it is. Tagged right at 9:30. Institutional order flow entry drill at the open. If you remember, our next target, that next target, that 5-minute fair value gap, the high of it, it's just like clockwork. This 5-minute inefficiency, this fair value gap, that high is a draw. We never traded to it here. We dropped down, just fell short of it. That's why we have it on our chart. And then, of course, you have the sell side inside of that inefficiency. Nah, we weren't bullying nobody. We're just cracking jokes, having fun. But the Karens who worked in management didn't find it funny. I didn't care. I walked in there. I was the last one to get fired because it was me and 2 other girls. There was we had 8 people in the group chat, but 3 of us got fired because our messages were the only ones in the screenshot. But just fell short of that 5-minute fair value gap. Let's clear this off. But basically what had happened was they called us in. Well, first we had to fill out a whole bunch of forms, they was treating like a whole investigation. It really wasn't even that deep. We had to fill out, okay, so tell us what happened, who's in the group chat, what was said, who started the group chat. So we got the phone call, and this is at a grocery store, it's not even this deep. So we got the phone call, and then let me mark this up real quick because I can't talk and take my chart at the same time. Let me see. Old weekly high, daily chart. Come on, trading view. There we go. What's up, DA? DA would tell you how I got fired. I used to work with him. That's crazy. But what's up, bro? So we have our current new week opening gap. We have previous week's high. Down close candle on the daily chart. Let me zoom out a little bit. God dang. Bullish order block on the daily chart. Let's go to a 15-minute. Let me see. Midnight open is right here. And you have this is nasty. This is just disgusting right here. And you have your 8:30 open right about there. All right, 5-minute chart. And 1 minute. Let's get some. I'm gonna put the daily order block. Should we trade down? into this level. So this is a daily bullish order block high, and it's also a old daily high within your last 3 days, which is significant. Actually, I want to do this. I'm taking this whole range here. The opening price of this down close candle. Gonna mark that. And I'm also gonna get consequent encroachment of this wick here, which comes in at 40.25. But basically, they called us in the office. We had to fill out reports, and then they put us on like paid leave or whatever it's called. Like which was nice. I was excited because first my friends were the first ones to like get the phone call saying, hey, like you're getting, what's it called? I don't know. Like when you're not fired, but they put you in like timeout, but you still get paid. So you're sitting at home, but you're still getting paid. So I was like, damn, that's nice. Like I hope I get that. And then I got the phone call, oh yeah, suspended. So they got suspended, and they're like suspended with pay for like a week. I didn't get that call yet. And so I was like, where's my call at? And I finally got the call, hey, Tremaine, you're going to be suspended with pay. So I'm trying to act sad, you know what I mean? And then as soon as I walk out the office after hearing I got suspended, well, I was happy. I'm like, you telling me I don't got to work and I'm still getting paid? Say less. And then literally the next day, they called us in the office and they fired us. I'm like, bruh, I didn't even get time to enjoy my vacation. But it's all good. So, quick little breakdown. All I have on my chart is our current new week opening gap, which is right there. Our current new week opening gap, this is old weekly high. Okay, Friday's or last week's high. I have a couple of opening prices, 8:30 and midnight. We talked about in the webinar yesterday. And then I have the daily order block from the daily chart. The high of the order block, the consequent encroachment of the wick, and the opening price of the order block. That's all I'm looking at. Just got the funded. That's what's up, bro. Yeah, you did. HEB just be firing people for no reason. It's all good. For no reason. It's a good company, though. But it wasn't, yeah, it was okay. It was a blessing for real. I'm glad I don't stay there no more. But you gotta do what you gotta do. When price is going up and down after the opening bell, how do we know? How do we know which one is the Judas swing? If you don't know, you just submit. You need a bias for a Judas swing. Like if you're bullish, if you're expecting higher prices, then any movement down, that's your Judas swing. But if you don't have a bias initially, if you don't have a direction, then you're not gonna know what's the Judas swing. How much capital did you start with trading live? I just added more and more money. I'm not gonna say the dollar amount because people are gonna think that's how much they need, and it may be more, it may be less. Did you go back? No, I'll stay away from there. They won't ever see my face again. They will never see me. I don't live there anymore. I don't live there anymore. So it's really no need. Maybe I'll Maybe I'll take the vet over there for a little spin. Who knows? So NASDAQ's just ranging a little bit. It's not doing anything interesting to me right now, but your first presented fair value gap comes in at 933. Because it's such a large range, I'm not going to keep this on my chart, but I am making a mental note that this is your first presented fair value gap. I'm trying to keep my charts clean. But should we get above it, I'll be watching to see if we could treat it as support. I'm still bullish on the week. I don't think NASDAQ's done making all-time highs. I don't like predicting the tops. I don't like predicting highs when NASDAQ is making record highs. So I think we're going to make higher prices. I think we're going to have new record highs this week until the daily chart shows me something different. I'm sticking with higher prices as my bias. 931. Oh, my bad. Yes, this is your 931. I thought this was your 930 candle. My mistake. This is your first presented fair value gap. I thought this was 930, so I skipped it, went straight to this one. But yes, this is your first fair value gap. God dang, my bad, y'all. Everybody in the chat. When I was working, I got suspended for a week, got them to extend it. A suspension with pay be the best. That was really just a slap on the wrist. I was like, dang, that's how we doing? I get to sleep in and y'all still paying me? Shoot, I need to get in trouble more often. Yeah, it was just a test. I was making sure y'all. I knew that was the first fair value gap. I was just making sure y'all are locked in. I'm just making sure y'all straight. Like, I am trading tomorrow. Yes, I'm trading Tuesday through Friday. In the Discord, obviously. Link in description. Link pinned in the top of the chat room. Looking to finish the year off strong. We'll go ahead and draw this out since we're using it. Since this fair value is not as large, I don't mind having it on my chart, but this is really the extent as to how messy I want my chart. I don't really want anything more than this. I'm looking at Dow. Dow and S&P are looking really heavy. So here's S&P. Looks like it may want to make a run for its sell side. Dow. Clearing out the buy stops. Buy stops, relative equal highs. We have a lot of trailed liquidity, a lot of trailed sell stops here. Dow making a run on that. Dollar index, let's see. Giving us nothing really to work with. NASDAQ, although we did take out this sell side, this, in my opinion, it's a little too shallow. I mean, we took it out the low by, what, 2 handles or so. In my opinion, we could still do more damage down here. We just created more relative equal lows. That's how I view it. So I like to see another stab underneath these lows, possibly tag the order block on the daily chart. But that's just me thinking out loud. But in my opinion, this is still too smooth, even though we've already taken out the low. We had a TGIF. There was a TGIF last week. It happened on Thursday before the opening bell. The TGIF was already completed last week. Little reminder, whenever you have the TGIF completed, let me make sure. Let's do this. Whenever TGIF is completed before Friday 9:30, that Friday morning session is likely going to be trash. But if we take this weekly candle, okay, let me do this. trying to show something here. TGIF. Okay, this is your 20 to 30% retracement. If you go to your hourly chart, we hit the 20 to 30% retracement. Actually, I was wrong. The high of the week wasn't in place yet. Or am I tripping? Because the high, no, yeah, I'm right. Because the high, no, I'm wrong. The high of the week was formed on Friday. So there was no TGIF, you're right. Right? Yeah. Let me get back, put these on my chart. Yeah, the high of the week was formed on Friday, so there was no TGIF. Let me see. Oh, my drawings are gone. Doggone it. No, there was no TGIF. The high of the week formed on Friday, and we closed kind of near the highs. I have to put these levels back on my chart. There we go. Yeah, it's just I just be testing y'all. I knew there wasn't no TGIF last week. Come on, it was just a test. I'm making sure you guys are sharp, making sure you guys are awake. Come on now. All right, CDA. Yeah, hit me. I think my my Instagram DMs are like low key kind of flooded. I think I saw your DM in there somewhere. It might be lost in there. But if you DM me, I'll just send you my number, bro. Because I don't be on Instagram like that. I don't even have Instagram notifications turned on. But, yeah, DM me, and I'll send you my number, and we'll chat it up. All right, bro. Can you talk more about TGIF? Launch or chat? CDA. Be safe, bro. Thoughts on using that 15-minute wick? 15-minute wick. It's muddy right now. It's muddy. I don't have any sort of direction with any sort of confidence. But if we can get above the new week opening gap, for me to feel comfortable in higher prices, we have to get above the new week opening gap. And then I'll possibly be looking for all-time highs to be made today. But as long as this new week opening gap gets used as resistance, then I like the unfinished business here. last week I took 3 trades, 2 losses and a break even. Oh snap. Take the shackles off my feet so I can dance. I just wanna praise you. I normally take around 4 trades a week. 4 trades a week, 5 trades if I'm pushing it. But most times it's around 3 to 4 trades a week. Most times 1 trade a day, sometimes 2 trades a day. So hitting the high of the new week opening gap, clearing out the buy side. Do I own a Corvette? Yes. I just bought a Corvette. It's been about a month now since I've had it. She's a beauty. I'm watching to see if we can get beneath the first presented fair value gap. Again, I'm not looking for higher prices as of right now. Again, unless we get above the new week opening gap. If we fail to get above the new week opening gap, I'm looking for that sell side on the 5-minute chart that we haven't tagged yet. Back in that first presented fair value gap, I want to see us get beneath it. I'm looking at this here still. And we still just fell short of this 5-minute fair value gap. Early in the stream at the high of it marked out. You can see us just falling short of that. So I like to see is NASDAQ close beneath the first presented. And that's kind of open, trade up. Same thing as we talked about, where was it? Here, pre-market. I like to see NASDAQ get beneath the first presented, close beneath it, next candle open, trade up, use it as resistance, and then have that take us down into the sell side. That's best case scenario. Best case scenario for me. That's something I like to see. But I'm looking at the 15-minute chart. That's really my key focus, and it's a little muddy. I mean, that's not sexy. But no news Monday, right? I was short there and lost. Just manage your risk. Again, I'm only interested in higher prices if we get above the new week opening gap. We traded to the high of it here, but that's not. I want to see a closure above it, use it as support. If we don't get that, then sell side is my focus down here. As long as this new week opening gap remains a premium array, meaning if we continue to use it as resistance, I'm looking for lower prices. And right now we're just hanging around inside of it. I want to see us get above it to be convinced for higher prices. That's the criteria that needs to be met. Excuse me, that's the criteria that needs to be met for me to be comfortable in seeing higher prices. If we don't see us get above the new week opening gap, then I'm not looking for anything going higher just yet. So I'm looking for sell side. But regardless, I mean, it's nasty in here. It's nasty. 15-minute chart is disgusting. The 5-minute chart, S&P, let's see. S&P has relative equal lows. The Dow, a little discombobulated. Is that the word? Come on. Come on. Oh my goodness, stop playing with me today. Oh my God. This is a sell side that I favor. Should we stay beneath the new week opening gap? So there's no animosity there. Amy at 6:35. Who is Amy? Who is Amy and what is she doing on my chart? All right, I'm waiting for a closure below the first presented. The closure inside of it, that's not convincing enough. I want to see us close beneath it and then use it as resistance. It's a nasty morning, but we're still in the opening range. Still got about a minute till 10 o'clock. So there's your closure beneath the first presented. Now I'm watching to see if the next candle opens and trades up. Do we use that as resistance to take us into the sell side? I want to see if we can stay beneath this. So closing at about consequent encroachment. Muhammad, just rewind the live stream when I draw the new day opening gap. I show it every stream, so I'm sure people who tuned in on the regular are tired of me showing how to draw a new day opening gap. But just rewind the live and it's there. I trade every day on CPI and PPI weeks. Not Mondays, obviously. So we overshot the first presented fair value gap by a little bit. That's fine because we have a CBI with a bearish order block here. It's no big deal that we closed above the first presented. You have to allow for that. We have an inefficiency here. But this is by far and large muddy, nasty. I mean, how pretty is that? That's, boy, ain't she something? Isn't she lovely? I mean, that's not something I like to participate in very often. Just personal preference, obviously. It's beautiful reaction. Order blocks, your most sensitive price point is the opening price all the way to the low of the up close candle. I'm not going to keep this on here because I already have enough colors on my chart, but the wick that makes the order block, if it's a long wick, if it's not like a little stubby wick, but if you have a decent tail, you want to use that, draw it forward. So now, again, I still want to see the first presented get used as resistance. So far, we've just been trading above it, support, beneath it, above it, back beneath it. But I want to see it get used as resistance again, take us into the sell side here, yes. But I'm looking at that sell side from the 5 minute that never got tagged. Working the lower half of the first presented. This is real muddy. Well, this is exciting. You know, this is fun. How's everybody's day going? Hopefully everybody had a great weekend, a restful weekend. Would you trade the breakout and retest of CPI? I don't trade breakout. Breakout and retest of CPI. It's too much forecasting. CPI, breakout, retest. I'd rather just let CPI do its thing on Wednesday, and I go in after the opening bell, look at the damage, and then catch a setup. Who's in a trade right now? That's what I want to know. Is anybody in a trade? Speak now or forever hold your peace. How many people we got pressing buttons right now? Big loss, big loss. Why you can't be taking big losses? Losses, that's fine. Big loss. Short, short, short. Everybody's short. Interesting. Short, short. Everybody's short. All right, I'll flip my bias. I'm bullish. I'm just kidding. Just jokes. I ain't gonna lie, y'all different for trading this. I'm not even looking at the 1 minute chart, like the screen that y'all are watching on the stream. I'm not even looking at that chart. I'm looking at my monitor, and I'm just watching the 15 minute. Y'all bold. Y'all bold for trading this. And it's a Monday. I'd rather just wait for something cleaner. Y'all dangerous. I know y'all sweating bullets right now. Don't lie. I know y'all nervous. How do you know when you're in a clean market environment and not bad conditions? Well, all you gotta do is go on your handy dandy keyboard here, press 1-5, hit the enter button, and then booyah! There you go. There's your answer. That's all you gotta do. And the mystery is revealed unto you. I don't know why y'all in here pressing button. The whole chat nervous. What's going on? Second most disciplined ninja trader here. It's nasty. Nasty, nasty. No risk on the table for me. No stress, no anxiety, no fear, no worries. Just good vibes, sitting back, relaxed. No money on the table, not even demo. Chilling. Real fuzzy, real nasty. No, thank you. Even the hourly chart is nasty. Yes, I only trade the 1 minute. About that time, ain't it? I'm not gonna lie to y'all, if this is the price action we get for the rest of the week, my trading might already be done for the year. What's up, Deco? Norte. Sick of the job. I feel you, bro. You just gotta thug it out, man. I was the same way. It's like literally, I was working not even, what, 7, 8 months ago. I hated it. I hated it. I'll trade, especially if I go to work after losing. Man, don't talk to me. I just want to do my job, clock out. If I just lost another combine or FTMO challenge thing, I hated going to work. Bruh, it was miserable. It's only temporary though, bro. One displacement candle, can't get caught up. Can't get caught up. Still looking for that sell side, sitting at about, what is that? 20, around 21, let's call it 21,580. Nah, 21,570. Get a picture of my job. I only work Friday through Sunday. That's what's up. Friday through Sunday, that's pretty good. I mean, that's your weekend, but that allows you to trade. Ooh, that's a steal. Only trade ATM model. 13-hour difference. Sheesh. That's rough. Love hearing good motivational things. Always. Gotta stay positive. Gotta stay positive. It's the best way to be. Y'all gotta chill with the ICT profile pictures. I thought that was him in my chat room. My heart skipped a beat. I ain't even gonna lie to you. Y'all gotta stop putting that man's face as your profile picture. So NASDAQ slowly making an effort to get down to the sell side. It's doing it in a manner where it's just high resistance. Every move lower is met with a retracement higher. It's a lot of wicks, not a lot of speed, not a lot of imbalances being created. It's just real lethargic. I stream every Monday. I do a public tape reading stream on YouTube. Tuesday through Friday, I'm live trading only in the Discord, 9:30 Tuesday through Friday. I didn't quit my job. I got fired. I like the first presented fair value gap. Okay, we wanted to see that get used as resistance. 2 up close candles, bearish order block. I'm watching mean threshold. If you take the low to the high and get midpoint, and we're approaching that right now, high resistance. But I want to see the lower half of these 2 up close candles be used as resistance. I like how we use the first presented fair value gap, resistance, spending a lot of time in it. I don't really like that, but takes you lower. This is really just muddy, nasty, just ugh. Main threshold, midpoints here. We open, trade up. So far, I like how we could not reach midpoint. I want to see if NASDAQ can stay heavy now that we've taken out this short-term low. Again, my focus is 21,570. I'm watching this wick. Whoever's in shorts, are y'all sweating right now? It's too much babysitting. It's too much. If I were to trade something like this, it's too much break even. Having to babysit a stop loss is too much stress. Mental capital it's not worth it. It's just not worth it. I don't care if you could have made money on the trade or not. You stress yourself so much sitting in a trade, sitting through all the retracements, all the wicks is moving so slow. It's like it's not worth it. It's just not worth it. And it's the first trading day of the week. Why do you want to put that much stress on yourself the first trading day of the week? Now, if we're getting decent, clean price action, that's different. But okay, if this is Monday, the first morning session of the week, and this is what we're looking like, and you're in here pressing buttons. If you took a trade here, low risk, that's you. But if you're 5, 6, 7, 8 trades already, it's the first trading day of the week. It's a Monday, and it's a nasty Monday. We have CPI on Wednesday. Everybody and their mama knows the market's going to stall around to that report on Wednesday. That's our first high impact news driver. That's our first news driver for the week. So it's just not worth the stress. It's not worth the mental capital. It's not worth the sweaty palms. It's not worth it. Ain't worth it. But I could have made, but it doesn't matter what you could have made. You stressed yourself out, and now you're going to be fearful to take your next trade when you're actually in a clean market environment. But I could have passed my combine. Screw the combine. Your personal health matters more than your little combine. But now guess what? If you take losses in a market like this, you're going to be scared to take a next trade in a clean market because you scarred yourself in a market condition that wasn't even moving in the first place. I mean, that's how it always goes. I'm trying to tell you. Now, what happens tomorrow? Tomorrow, if there's a clean short setup when it's actually low resistance, you're going to be scared to take it because you scarred yourself trying to trade 5, 6, 7 times in an environment like this. What's your opinion on TJR? I don't know who that is. I've seen those 3 letters thrown around. Everybody asks me about it. I don't know who that is. I don't keep up with other traders like that. I just see the rumors and the drama that goes on Twitter. But I don't know. As long as he ain't, never mind. As long as he ain't slinging cocaine, I guess he cool. And scamming other people, then I guess he alright. Just my 2 cents. I couldn't help myself. I had to say it. I'm sorry. I had to. It's just jokes, kinda. Not really, but. I had to. It's you know. I mean, everybody's past is people's past. I'm not judging the past. Like, you know, we've all done stuff in the past that we're probably not proud of. But as far as the scamming and the ripping people off and taking advantage of people's life circumstances, it's unfortunate. Same thing with Romeo. Messages getting leaked, private messages getting leaked about how it's so easy to take advantage of people, how you can take advantage of people for money. Those people don't deserve to be traders. The scammers. I don't care about your past. If you slinging cocaine and all that, that's your business. But if you scamming and you taking advantage of people, then, like, in my opinion, you deserve to be called out because your intentions aren't pure. It is what it is. It is what it is. Oh. Allegedly, Alexis. I watched the video, and I mean, you could go watch the video, whatever. I don't care for Eman, however the hell you say his name. I don't care for none of it. Like, a man who dedicates his life to exposing other people, I don't ever understand. I don't see how, like, I just can't see having a wife or having a girlfriend, and then she comes in the room, hey, honey, what you working on? Oh, don't mind me, love. I'm just working on exposing ICT. And then she looks at your laptop, and you got another man's face plastered as your thumbnail. It's like, I just don't understand it. I just don't understand it. It doesn't make any sense to me. It's like, how do you explain so much of your time being dedicated to other men? Like, and those videos take time to edit. I edit videos. I know how long it takes to put stuff together. Like, you're spending hours on doing research on another man's life and his past. So it's really weird. But, I mean, that's the trading community for you. Weirdos, a whole bunch of weirdos. That's why I don't follow nobody on Twitter. I don't want to be involved in none of that. I'm about to turn my comments off on Twitter because people are getting toxic. I'm about to delete Twitter. I just joined it, and it's already... it's so bad. It's terrible. NASDAQ slowly trotting down. We tapped the first presented fair value gap once more here. And again, 21,570 has been the focus all morning. That's still my draw. I said I'm bearish unless NASDAQ gets above the new week opening gap. If we don't get above the new week opening gap, I'm looking for the sell side. We tap it to the high, perfection, trade down, fail to take out this high. NASDAQ not showing a willingness to go higher. Looking for sell side. Hey, brother, with all due respect, you sound like a bit of a hypocrite. You want the fakes to be exposed, but yet you don't want people to expose them. Look, I'm all for people being exposed. I'm just saying it's weird how a man dedicates his whole channel to exposing. It's weird. It's weird. I don't know who CoffeeZilla is, but it's all weird. 'Cause it's gonna happen one way or the other. Like, cause I'm spiritual. I'm very big on what's done in the light or what's done in the dark is gonna come to light. Like, it's the year of exposing. Like, pedophiles getting exposed. Man, this live stream is not getting monetized. I'm playing copyrighted music, but pedophiles getting exposed, rapists are getting exposed. Everybody's getting locked up. Cell size coming. It's the year of exposing. So it's like, one way or the other, it's gonna, the people and their true intentions, the scammers, they're gonna get exposed one way or the other. But I just don't understand people who dedicate their lives and their YouTube channels to, I don't know. But anyway, enough of that. There's your sell side. We didn't care for anything going higher. We weren't looking for any buy side. We weren't looking for all-time highs to be made this morning. Very specific levels. And that is also your, if you remember, your 5-minute fair value gap high. That inefficiency traded to. And then your unfinished sell side right there. Using the high, the new week opening gap. Not interested in anything going long unless we get above it. NASDAQ says, nope, I'm good. Breaks lower. The delivery, take this order block. I'm highlighting the wick on this order block here and here. There's your fair value gap. Play it around a little bit, and you finally get the speed and displacement towards your targets. The high of the daily order block, tagging it, perfection there. You can take this off. So there's your short as outlined. I took 3 trades, 1 profit, 2 break even. Man, this is frustrating. That's what comes with the conditions. To each their own. To each their own. Not saying that he's not helping people from getting scammed. It's just, that's just not my character. Like, I just can't see myself making, like, it's just so much time focused on other people. It's just, like, the way I live, if it's not about God, family, business, then it's pointless. So I can't see myself devoting hours editing another man, and I just can't do it. Why was your bias short today? Buy side cleared out. If you zoom out, okay, we've already done the damage, relative equal highs. We've taken that out during London. Okay, we've already done the damage of clearing out. Buy side, we break lower, trade up. We have a new week opening gap. Okay, again, I'm not interested in anything going long unless we get above that. We're trading above the midnight open, which is a premium. Okay, breaking lower, sell side here. Where's everybody making money? Well, if we already cleared out the buy stops here during London, so we've already done damage on the buy side overnight. Who's still making money? You have these shorts, yes, but you have this low here that's still intact from Friday morning. This is 11 a.m. on Friday. Those traders are still profitable, holding profitable positions from last week. Relative equal lows here. This low and this low, relatively equal. Now, I said earlier in the stream, yes, this low here took out this low, but I said earlier, this is too shallow of a run on sell side. I'm not convinced by that. So everybody's seeing this drop down, taking out sell side to go higher. I said earlier, all this is doing in my eyes is generating more sell side. This is still relative equal lows. Even though, yes, we did take out sell side, I'm not convinced by that. It's too narrow. That's insignificant. Rally up into a premium above the midnight open, above the 8:30 open. We covered that in the Discord webinar yesterday. Okay, tier 1, tier 2, trade down. This energetic, sweeping out relative equal lows, even though we've already taken out sell side here. I'm seeing this as relative equal lows. This is what I want to see. Now traders who made money Friday, okay, and are holding profitable positions into the weekend, they're now taken out of the market. That's why I wanted shorts. Delivered like gangbusters, as ICT likes to say. That was fun. Y'all gotta join the Discord for that. That was a lot of fun. Starting off the last trading week of the year on a good note. Did I enter? I don't trade Mondays. And I don't trade publicly on YouTube. I only trade in the Discord. I'm live trading tomorrow privately for the community. So now that our targets are hit, this is when I drop to a neutral bias for just a few minutes. I don't try to take a short. If you didn't participate here, now is not the time to try to chase price. We've already taken out sell side. We're trading into a daily order block. Now is not the time to get all caught in your feelings because you didn't participate. Once targets get delivered like this, I like to sit still for 5 minutes or so and just wait to see what happens. I look at other markets. I like to look at ES, S&P, and whatnot. Look at the Dow. What are they doing? Are they maintaining their bearishness? Are they starting to shift and go higher? What's the dollar doing? I look at macros. What are we doing? It's 10:30. Do things start to shift? And then if I see market structure that says we're likely to go back higher, and then we do the same thing to the upside, we'll walk it higher. But for now, I'm going back to a neutral bias for the next few minutes. But any other day, if I would have taken this trade, this stream is over. Like, I'm done for the day, done for the week. I'm content with fair value gap, sell side. That right there, you could be done for the week. And I don't care what the morning session does. I don't care what the PM session does. I don't care what lunch does. Fair value gap, target, you don't have to hold for the sell side. Fair value gap, reach for the low down here or down here, and you could be done. And close your charts, and who cares what else it does in the morning. Please explain again why your bias was short. Just rewind. The live stream, all the live streams are saved on my channel. It's not going anywhere. You can rewatch it. But if NASDAQ wants to continue lower, we have consequent encroachment of that wick on the daily chart. We have the opening price of the order block on the daily as well. Everything panning out beautifully. The delivery in here was a little sloppy, slow getting down to our targets, but we wanted the first presented fair value gap to get used as resistance. This looks like resistance to me. We trade up one more time, tap it for good measure, fail to get back above the 8:30 open, gets up the ghost, breakaway gap, and there you go. Where would you enter? Fair value gap. That's your entry. This is the only entry I would have trusted. Stop loss, mean threshold of the bearish order block above midpoint. Anything in here, I probably wouldn't have trusted, but this is the short that I like. And it's right at 10 o'clock. I don't trade prior to 10 o'clock. This entry comes in right at 10. I submit myself for the first 30 minutes. So your opening range, handy dandy indicator. Oh, I forgot the trademark. Where is it at? There we go. There it is. Here's your opening range. To avoid getting chopped up in this, I always submit myself the first 30 minutes. I do not trade the first 30 minutes after the open. 10 a.m., there's your trigger. Sell side, and then there you go. That's also your silver bullet, your 10 o'clock to 11 o'clock silver bullet. That's your entry. And I'm sure you can find like a 30-second, 15-second fair value gap somewhere in here. But as far as the 1 minute, that's the entry. Constant encroachment of the wick. Now I'm watching to see, do we have the lower quadrant and then the opening price of the order block on the daily chart. That's this price level. This is your order block, the high, midpoint of the wick, and here's your open. And then you also have a new day opening gap. How do you draw your new day opening gaps? Closing price on the daily chart, opening price on the daily chart, settlement turned off. Draw it through. New week opening gap, closing price, opening price, settlement turned off. Draw it through. And there you go. So let's see. If NASDAQ wants to continue going lower, we need more targets, obviously. 15-minute fair value gap, treating that as a breakaway gap. Don't want to see that traded too. Relative equal lows here, sell side. It's a big liquidity pool. This may be a little bit of a stretch for this morning, but crazier things have happened. And we have sell side underneath this low here. Should we get beneath our new day opening gap? This is a masterclass. Y'all gotta subscribe to the channel if you're not already subscribed. Like, comment, share. I'm having a great time doing this. Hopefully you're having a great time tuning in, especially if this is your first time in the stream with us. Hopefully you're finding enjoyment. Hopefully you're finding it insightful. Look at the bodies, beautiful. And then you have the opening price of the order block on the daily chart, overlapping with the new day opening gap. The singing was the best part. I think most people missed the singing. They weren't here that early in the stream, but when they watch the replay, they'll hear the beautiful vocals. So we have about 10 minutes until the 10:50 to 11:10 macro. Okay, that macro is a little different than your classic 9:50 to 10:10, which is this setup here. Who's been making money so far? Okay, whenever you get to this time window, 10 to 50, you want to ask yourself, who's been making money in the market since 9:30? So let's clear some of this off because this is looking a little messy. Let's take this off. Let's clear all of this off. Let's take all this off. Get all this off here. All right, let's see. Let's slap that over there. Whoops. 9:30 comes in about right here. So since 9:30, who's been making money? You need to know that when 10:50 gets here. Obviously, it's shorts. Okay, we have buy side above this high, trailed buy stops, lower low. Had to cough, excuse me. Lower low. All of these highs are trailed buy stops. Equal highs, if you go to like a 5-second chart, 15-second chart, these are going to be relative equal highs, trailed buy stops. So as you get to your London close macro, which is what the 10:50 to 11:10 macro is, when you get to that time window, right there, you want to know who's making money and you want to see them taken out. So we have short-term high here and obviously all these highs up here. No problem. ICT concepts. I'm glad it's helpful for you. Arham, appreciate the subscription. Glad you're enjoying the stream. It's a beautiful reaction off of the order block. How do you be so patient? You just got to, it's just something to work on. It's being patient is just, it's rewarding. Like you get rewarded for being patient. You save equity. It's just, it protects your account. Being patient, it's, it's not stressful. There's just so many benefits of just doing nothing, sitting on your hands, being disciplined. It saves you from just a whole bunch of stress. You gotta have it. It's a skill set that you have to have. But how do you be patient? It's just over time. Over time, it's just something that you have to work on and hold yourself accountable for. I'm watching these two down close candles. I want to see if that offers any support. Again, I'm still having somewhat of a neutral bias. All of our targets have been hit beautifully. And I'm watching to see, do we want to make a run for buy side, the trailed buy stops, or do we want to make a lower low and aim for the sell side down here? But as we get to the 10:50 window, algorithmically speaking, I prefer to see a run on buy side. don't know what the people are doing upstairs, but they're making so much noise. Is there a flatten button on trading view to close all positions? You should have like an X button, like when you put a trade on. There should, like, if you go to your position or whatever, it should have an X and you could close it all. Take this off. I'm watching this, this CB. If we get beneath that, then I'll be convinced that we're going to make a lower low, possibly aim for sell side. But I'm watching this fair value gap, see if it gets used as inversion. Excuse me. Take shackles off my feet so I can dance. I just wanna praise you. Excuse me. Still got a little bit of a cough. Still recovering a little bit. Back to the new day opening gap. There always be singing. I can't sing this late in my life, but I appreciate it, Lee. In the shower, though, in the shower, I'm top 5. I don't care what nobody say. I'm top 5 when it comes to, like, come on now. I just wanna praise you. Oh, in the car. Oh, it's on in the car. In the car, you can't tell me nothing. Don't let me put on no Mariah Carey. It's Christmas season. I don't want. No, let me stop. Let me stop. But best believe when I get off stream, I'm blasting Mariah Carey. But I think my job is just about done here. We outlined a beautiful short. Let me go ahead and put all the lipstick back on here. If you enjoyed this amazing presentation, we called shorts targets beautifully. We didn't care for anything going higher. Okay, this was fun. Hopefully you guys learned something. Hopefully you took some notes. And if you lost money, manage your risk, show back up. Okay, it is what it is. We live to trade another day. This is my last trading week of the year. If you're not in the Discord already, join the Discord. There's good stuff in there. It's not just live trading, but there's webinars, there's screenshots, there's homework assignments. Speaking of homework, for those in the Discord who submitted homework, I will be checking that. The deadline has passed, so any submissions aren't going to be checked. If you did not get your homework submitted on time, You can still submit it. I just want to check it. But I still recommend doing it because it will take your understanding to the next level just a little bit. So make sure you get that done. We're back live trading tomorrow at 9:30. And I believe that's it. Hopefully to see all y'all in the community. It's growing. It's been growing at a rapid pace. We have more than 2,000 people in there. And I love each and every one of y'all. Link in the description if you want to join. Link pinned in the top of the chat room. Love y'all. Be safe. This has been a fun stream. And full access members, we're back live trading tomorrow at 9:30. Love y'all. Be safe. Peace.